Hi children, good morning. Today we are going to learn the chapter number 8 in your textbook, page number 54. Okay, so take page number 54 and chapter number 8, growing plants. Children, before starting this lesson, I would like to ask one question. Have you observed the plants grow in their lifetime? If you'll observe, if you plant a small sapling, after a few years, what happens? It grows. My question is, how the plant will grow? And second one, actually where the plant will come from where the plant will come? Yes, from the seed. How the seed develops into a plant? Again, where the seeds are formed? For these questions, now the answers are going to reveal in this lesson. Understand? Now the chapter name is Growing Plants. Now let's learn about reproduction from seeds. So in this lesson we are going to learn reproduction from seeds. Okay, reproduction from seeds. Plant from other countries. Plants from other countries. Children, you know that plants are present everywhere. In the deserts, in the cool areas, on the land and in the water. Okay, so even in other countries also the plants will be present. Next one, dispersal. The meaning of dispersal is how the seeds will be scattered from one place to another place. Reproduction from spores. So if you'll observe the first one, reproduction from seeds is there. Now it is reproduction from spores. There is a difference between seeds and spores. Okay. Last one, reproduction from other body parts. So reproduction from seeds is there, reproduction from spores is there, and even reproduction from other body parts are also there. Really children, if you'll observe the stem of some plants, if you'll observe the roots of some plants, even the other plants, here see, from the root and from the stem the other plants also comes. So this is very strange, and here this is also surprising also. Reproduction from other body parts. So here in this lesson we are going to cover all these concepts. Reproduction from seeds, plants from other countries, dispersal of seeds, and reproduction from spores, finally reproduction from other body parts. Now we have a conversation between the two people or two children there. One is Mihika and other one is Radhika. Okay, Mihika, here see, have you ever grown a plant outside your house? She is asking. Okay, she is asking. Have you ever grown plant outside your house? Children, leave this Mika. I am asking you, have you ever grown plants outside your house? Or at least your family members? Or at least your relatives? Yes or no? Yes. In your surroundings, you will be observing the different types of plants grown by your mother, grown by your father, grown by your relatives. Okay, next one. Now the Radhika is answering, I haven't planted one, but I water the plants around my house. What she is telling to Radhika, Mahika, I have not planted any plant, but I watered. Children, you should water the plants daily. Why? Because watering the plants daily helps the plant to grow properly. Understand? Now, in this lesson, we are going to learn about the development, growth and development of the plants. Okay? Children, see page number 54. The first line. All living things have common features. That means all these features are common in all living things. Like food. All the living things need food, dear children. So even if you go for the small organisms or the large organisms, plants or animals, all the living creatures require food. Next one is water. Okay, food, water. Next one, breathing, growth. Breathing, growth. So if you'll observe, all living things or all living creatures have this feature also, breathing. What is breathing, children? Yes, taking in of oxygen and leaving out of carbon dioxide. So food is a common feature, requirement of food is a common feature for all living things. Requirement of water is also a common feature for all living things, and breathing is also a common process. Okay, and next one is growth. Next one is growth. So all these are the common features. All these are the common features in all living organisms. But one feature is different, children. One feature is different. But the main feature of all living beings is that they reproduce their own kind. Yes, reproduction is also present, but they reproduce their own kind. This is also common feature, but here you can observe that this reproduction is different in different organisms. Reproduction, re means again. Re means again, children. Production of the organisms again. Human beings reproduce human beings. Lions reproduce lions. Tigers reproduce tigers. Goats reproduce goats. Small plants reproduce plants. Okay, like that every organism reproduce its own kind. Its own kind. Okay, let us take a look at how young plants are produced and how are they grown. Now let's see. Plants produce young plants through seed spores. So here see, plants produce young plants through seeds, spores and other body parts. Seeds, spores and other body parts. So this is a way how plants reproduce their young ones. Some by seeds, some by spores, some by other body parts. Once again I repeat. Requirement of food, requirement of water, breathing, growth, these are the common features for all living creatures. But reproduction is the main feature. It takes place in all living organisms, but by their own kind. Each organisms have a different type of reproduction. Some organisms lay eggs. Some organisms give directly birth to young ones. Some organisms produce seeds. Some organisms produce spores. Some by other body parts. See how there are different kinds of reproduction, children. In plants, mainly the reproduction takes place by seeds, spores and other body parts. What are the other body parts? Yes, root, stem, leaf, buds, all these are branches, all these are other body parts. Okay, children, now see the first one. As I told you just now, plants reproduce, some plants reproduce by seeds, some by spores and some by other body parts. Now see the reproduction. Re means again, production means producing. Producing of its own individual again is called reproduction. Now let's see from seeds. Here most plants bear flowers. Most plant bears flowers. Children, do you know flowers? Yes. Okay, rose flower, lotus, so many flowers are there. Okay, lily, all these are flowers. Flowers grow into fruit. Flowers grows into fruits, children. Okay, flowers grow into fruits. Most plant bears flowers. Flowers grows into fruits. and fruits have seeds inside them. So seeds are present in the fruits. Fruits have seeds inside them. So where are the seeds present? Inside the fruits. Where are these seeds present? Inside the fruits. Where these fruits are coming from? Flowers. Where the flowers are present? On the branches, to the leaves. I mean to the plant. So once again I'll tell, plant bears flowers. Flowers grown into fruits. Inside the fruit, the seeds are present. Why? Because we are learning about the reproduction from the seeds. And from the seed, the new sapling or the new baby plant will come. Okay, here see. When seed fall on the soil, see children, now here see, for example, this is the soil. Okay, so this is the soil. When these seeds fall, when the seeds fall on the soil, when the seeds fall on the soil and get air, water and warmth, when these seeds get air, water and warmth, okay, so that is sun, that is warmth, children, this is warmth, air and water. So three factors, one is air, second one is water, and third one is warmth. So once again I repeat, when these seeds fall on the soil, when these seeds will get air, water and warmth, what happens? Yes, they germinate. What happens, children? Germinate. Here see children, the figure is there. Initially the seed was like this. Slowly, here see, if you'll observe the seed, here see, the germination is taking place. Yes, see here, the germination is taking place, children. Slowly the germination is taking place. So this is called as germination. This is called as germination. Okay, this is called as germination. And grow into a new plant. Slowly the plant is developing. See children, so this seed finally it grows into a new plant. It grows into a new plant. Here see, this is a seed only, no, and this grows into a, here see, the new plant. It goes into a new plant. Slowly the new plant will be, okay, coming from this, the new plant. See how the seeds are converted to the new plant. For example, once again I repeat, plant bears flowers. Flowers are converted to fruits. Fruits have seeds. When these seeds get air, water and warmth, what happens? The seed germinates and finally it grows into a new sapling, that is called as baby plant. The process by which a seedling grows from a seed. Okay, the process by which a seedling, okay, the process by which a seedling grows from a seed. This is a seedling, children. This is a seedling. It grows from the seed only though. So the process by which a seedling grows from the seed is called germination. Okay, it's called germination. The other name for the seedling is baby plant. The other name for the seedling is baby plant. Okay, here see, the process by which a seedling grows from the seed. When it grows from the seed, when the seed gets enough water, air and warmth. Understand? Actually, where the seed is present? Inside the fruit. How the fruits have come? From the flowers. Where the flowers are present? To the plant. That means plants gives the seed. Again the seeds develop. Here say again the seed gives the plant. So plant is developed from the seed. Okay, and seed is giving to the plant, giving rise to a plant. That means here this is a cycle, which is a life cycle. Okay, so the process by which seedling, this is a seedling means baby plant, develops from a seed is called germination. Okay. Children, so far we have seen how the seedling develops from a seed. So that is called germination. Now let's see the conditions necessary. Necessary means required for germination. That means what are the conditions that are required for a seed to grow into seedling. First one, air. We know that air is required for all the living beings, not only plants, even animals, even microorganisms. So many plants, okay, so many animals also require this air. Germinating seeds breathe in oxygen. So oxygen is required for the germinating seeds. So air is required. Why? Because air contains oxygen. So what these germinating seeds will take the oxygen from the air. Second one, water. Second one is water. So water, why it is important for the seed? Water helps to soften the seed coat. What do you mean by seed coat? Here see, for example, see here, this is a seed. Okay, here see, this is the seed, and this is called seed coat. This is called seed coat. This is called seed coat, children. Okay, so water helps to soften the seed coat and dissolves the food that is present in the seed leaves to be used by the baby plant. Okay, so here seed leaves are also present. So these are called as the seed leaves. These are called as the seed leaves. So this is a seed leaf, children. So what this water will do? Softens the seed coat and dissolves the food that is present in the seed leaf. Dissolves the food that is present in the seed leaf to be used by the baby plant. So water is required for the seed. First one is to soften the seed coat. Second one, inside the seed leaf the food is present. Okay, if the water will come here, the food will be dissolved and used by the baby plant. Third one, warmth. Third one is warmth. Okay, seeds are made of living cells. We know that seeds are made of living cells. Then warmth is essential to start the growth process. So from the seed, the seedling will come. From the seedling, the plant will come. So this is a growth. So warmth is required. So why? Because warmth is required for the living cells. So here the conditions, what are the three conditions that are necessary for germination? Air. Germinating seeds require oxygen. So air is required. Air is essential. Water. What the water will do to the seed? Number one, here inside the seed, in the outside the seed coat is there. So water softens the seed coat and seed leaves, the food is present. So that is dissolved and this food is supplied to the baby plant. Third one, warmth. So here the seeds are made up of living cells. That is why it is essential. The warmth is essential or required to start off the growing process. Okay.